The Wizards of the Coast have announced that they will be replacing the old, and apparently, according to Wizards, inherently racist term half whatever, half elf, half orc, half ogre, etc., with the new and presumably non-inherently racist children of different humanoid kinds. Oh yeah, that just rolls right off the tongue, it does. Okay, so we're still talking about half races here. You've just given them a newer, dumber, worse, and less descriptive name. Congratulations? I mean, hey, credit where credit is due. This is probably the newspeakiest newspeak I've seen since 2016, as you've taken a term that everybody knows and inherently recognizes, half and then species, meaning you are half that species, and you replaced it with children of different humanoid kinds. What does that even mean? Because now you've got to unpack it. Okay, so children of different humanoid kinds. Okay, so you've got to have two different humanoid kinds. So what is your definition of humanoid? Can you be half mind flayer? I suppose you could. Half bugbear? What are you? What does this mean? Hell, it kind of sounds like some kind of fantasy species in and of itself, doesn't it? A kind of humanoid creatures. Like what? A fairy or something? It's just a inherently automatically worse term. Because the old one was inherently racist and this one isn't because I don't know. It describes the exact same thing, just dumber. So, okay. For a second here, what are these new rules then? Because maybe they've improved upon the rules, maybe. Alright. Thanks to the magical workings of the multiverse, I don't know how magical fucking is, but fair enough. Humanoids of different kinds sometimes have children together. Humanoids of different kinds. Aha. I suppose that's where the not inherently racist part comes in, because you see, a lizardman and a human and an elf and an orc and a bugbear and a mindflayer and whatever you have it, they're no longer different races or species or anything, they're different kinds, you see. God damn it. Alright, fair enough. Kinds, it means race but doesn't, alright. For example, folk who have a human human parent and an orc or an elf parent are particularly common. Many other combinations are possible. If you'd like to play the child of such a wondrous pairing, choose 2 race options. Oh, no, there we got the race again, so it's not... Okay, so kinds don't mean race. But you're using them I don't even... This is the problem with newspeak. Even the people writing this are like, okay, well, you've got 2 different races. No, kinds. Okay, kinds. So the children of 2 different kinds, and they keep typing race, and the censor skips over that one, because, like, I mean, that's correct. Choose 2 race options that are humanoid to represent your parents. Then determine which of these race options provide your game traits, so all of your rules. And then you mix and match the visual characteristics. Okay, so being a half-elf now simply means that you are either a pure human or a pure elf, but you can look like whichever one you want. I love that. It's just... That's brilliant. Okay, so you've taken the entire idea of half, whatever, which was a combination of traits to create something new and interesting, and you've gone, okay, you're gonna play an elf, but you're just gonna look like an orc, okay? Are you satisfied? Okay, see, that could kind of be funny, because make like a halfling with a giant or something, okay? Don't ask me about the logistics of that particular pairing. In fact, there used to be a whole breeding chart of which races could and could not intermingle back in the day, but, you know, for the sake of simplicity, we've elected to just, you know, you pick your shape now and select rules as a parent, but, okay. Take a giant and give him the stats of a giant, and then simply make him look like a halfling. because I guess that means here, well, no, go to size. So you will simply be an enormous halfling. That's kind of brilliant in a way. Even better, you can be a halfling giant, or a giant halfling. Yes, you can be a giant halfling. You are a halfling in all terms, except you look like a giant. What is even the point of this? Or an elf that looks like an orc. It's stupid. And these aren't even rules. These are, yes, because when they said they weren't getting rid of the rules, they were sorta pseudo saying the truth, in that you can still play with the old rules if you choose, but this isn't a new rule set. This is just, yeah, play as that race, but, you know, you can look like whatever else. Okay, fair enough. Not really. Finally, determine the average of two options, lifespan, traits, figure out how long your character might live. Stupid. Like, dumb. Actually just ridiculous. And the only reason why this is happening is because apparently the idea of mixed-race children is inherently racist and bad according to Grand Wizards of the Coasts. Alright, very well. How? What kind of an absurd crusade are you on here, Wizards? You've determined that, okay, mixed-race children are evil and should not exist. Spicy, but And so, you move to get rid of the rules to create mixed-race children in your rule set, so that you can only have the pure races, but they can look like other races? Are you telling us that, what, is this some kind of transracialism stance? It could be. Unironically, it could be. Okay. You are an orc, but you are a human. Everybody sees you as a human. Everybody reacts to you as a human. Because every single physical appearance indicates that you are a human. Okay. So a human can be an orc can be a human, and an elf can be an orc. Alrighty then. Alrighty. Well, that's a victory for transracialism, I suppose. So, all of those people, Pocahontas, for example, those who have gone to school pretending to be some other race, well, Wizards of the Coast have got your back. Finally, you have found the kind of inclusive environment that will support you in your, racial fantasies. No matter what. In fact, they go far further than that, and if you wish to identify as something completely different, you're fine to do that as well. I'm pretty sure I've seen people identify as birds at one point, but they look like humans, so there you go. They're birds, but they just look like humans. What a rabbit hole this truly is. Like, how did we... Again, I would love to be able to go back like 20 years and tell a Dungeons & Dragons person that, oh yeah, in the future, your setting will be super, super popular, but we'll basically have reduced all of the rules because D&D was racist, you see. And Wizards of the Coast recognized that they had created a racist setting, and they were now trying to fix the fact that they were enormous racists by getting rid of terms that they determined to be enormously racist. Okay. That is about my reaction to that. Okay. Just, it literally is one of those moments. It's the somehow Palpatine returned kind of things. When it hits you, and your brain is just... I'm just gonna accept this. I see no reason to fight it. Just, please do this, go die somewhere else, hopefully out of sight, and be replaced as soon as possible. Now, the tragic part is that D&D is actually adopting a Dungeons & Dragons virtual tabletop, which is going to make them far more future-proof than I would like them to be, but we can always hope that they manage to kill themselves via the rule set, rather than via simply becoming obsolete. Crossing our fingers and hoping, as, if the setting gets any less, inherently racist... I mean, it is honestly going to be difficult to read the text at this point, as you're going to need a long-ass explanation for what this random strings of letters and words means, when you simply could have said, oh, you mean half-elf, and been done with it right away. Oh well, details. Until next time, I've been Arch. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a good day.